Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Once again, you're welcome to CPLAT Realtors Academy. This is an opportunity for us to build ourselves, regain more knowledge to add to whatever it is we know. I also want to welcome those watching us online from Asaba and Enugu. We welcome you all once again to CPLAT Realtors Academy. And we all know what to do here. We empower ourselves with knowledge, the necessary knowledge to take charge of our real estate business. So today, we are going to be discussing another very important topic. One thing we should all understand is that knowing the practical aspect of something is not enough. Sometimes we also need to know the theoretic aspect, because knowing the theoretic aspect can add and also support whatever practical knowledge you have. I'm sure everyone here of us, we already have an understanding of what it means to sell. We already know what it means to sell. We already know the steps to take in how to sell. But now we're going to be going in depth. We're going to be going in depth understanding how to sell our properties. Now, without wasting much of our time, let's have a short prayer before we begin this session. Let's bow our head for prayers. In Jesus' name, Heavenly Father, we thank you for today. We thank you, Lord, for your mercy upon our lives. We thank you, Lord, for your protection and preservation, Lord God. Heavenly Father, as we begin this session, we ask, God, that you open our hearts of understanding, that whatever we learn today may be retained. Lord God, as our speaker comes up today to talk to us, let your Holy Ghost speak through him to every one of us here, that we may leave here impacted. Thank you, blessed Father, for in Jesus' name we have prayed. Amen. Now, with the clapping ovation, let's welcome our speaker, Mr. MJ Success.
Good morning. Yes, good morning, everyone. Okay, so thank you so much for coming around. I want to welcome. Okay, before I proceed, please, I would like to share this link. Mr. Bright, help me shift this thing forward a little bit. Let me share this link to my people. Gospel, please help me share the link so I can. Many people are waiting for us online for this teaching. Help me share the link to my Gmail so I can share it. Gospel, if you can hear me. Okay, thank you so much for coming around once again for another great day. This is CPLAT Profile Limited, the owners of Vatican Garden Estates. Sorry. Okay, so this is CPLAT Profile Limited, owners of Vatican Garden Estates, and we are here for our weekly seminar to help our realtors and to update us. Sorry? Okay, to WhatsApp? Yes. No, I've not seen it. Okay. Okay, so I want to welcome everybody who are watching us right now, people in Enugu, people in Asaba. Thank you for joining us for today's stream. I'm trying to share more links so that other people that want to connect with us will connect with us. Because today we are doing something very, very interesting and very, very important. And one thing I'm going to be doing is I'm not going to be taking time. I broke down the teaching to 2 sections. Next time we'll have the part 2. Because I don't like spending much time in teachings these days. So we can grab the ones we have heard. There's something called, my father keeps saying that he calls it in economics, diminishing returns. Whenever you've learned something too much, they don't enter your head and go to a particular point, you won't be able to carry again. Those ones you have, start leaving. So most times, what matters a lot is grab something and fly with it. Grab something and push. Grab something and proceed. It helps you to hold on to something. So that's one thing about me. Whenever I'm in a meeting, a seminar, a church, one of the things I ask myself, what did I even grab today? Because pastor or the speaker might be saying so many things, but it's so important to grab something because everybody has their own word. You can be here. Sometimes I'll be in seminars like this when somebody will be teaching. I'm not really getting so many things from what they are teaching, but as the person is talking, I'm grabbing ideas. Okay, I need to do this thing. Okay, like one of the times we had a speaker, a great speaker here, Mr. Dapo. He was teaching. As he was teaching, one of the things I grabbed that day was that in every of my meetings, I should make sure I put the ending time. Most times we just say 10 o'clock, and then we don't say 10 to when. So that thing made me to incorporate it in my own personal meetings. Whenever I'm doing a personal program, I should put is from 10, I would say from 10 to 12. So that everybody come on that wants to come will plan themselves. So people will not come by one, thinking I'll still be there. So if you want to come out, okay, this guy says it's going to be from 10 to 12. So that means if I come by this time, I'll meet him. Or if I come by this time, I'll be late. So if we can learn to incorporate that in our meetings, even church meetings, this program is from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. If you come by 10, you know, go see us. So that was one thing I grabbed from that meeting. So what I'm saying is that most of the times, what we do here has a way of communicating ideas, inspirations to us. It helps us a lot. So today we are talking about selling techniques. Now, like I always say every time, whenever we are learning such things here, it is beyond real estate. Okay, I keep telling people this. Yes, we are privileged that real estate company is the one powering this whole teaching and this whole class. And as you all know, um, as I will call having multiple sources of income, you generate from real estate, you generate from whatever business you are doing. Now, these classes that we are holding has a way of helping you in your personal business. I was teaching yesterday for a particular company. I was telling them that it's beyond just learning for how to market land or real estate properties. If you learn some of these things, they will help you in your personal business. I can tell you for sure that ever since I joined the real estate industry, I joined all these seminars. I've been impacted with knowledge to run my own personal business. There are things I cannot do now in my business because I've learned them from here. So it helps me. It helps me a lot. Just like, for instance, now, if you're doing any business, you need to go to a point whereby whatever you are doing should be documented. Documented. Now, even now, there are so many ways to do that. Okay, it must not be you printing a document, which that one is one of the most important one. Printing a document and having an agreement signed. Now, one of the things I do most times is if I'm discussing with a client about a particular product or about a particular service I'm about to render to them, most of the times after we are done with our negotiation, we can look at how much I'm going to pay you for this job, look at what I'm doing for you. After everything, I'll screenshot that chart and save it somewhere. So whenever matters are, because sometimes clients can be funny. You come and say, you know, I didn't agree to pay that kind of amount. I'll send you back the chart. So you see your name is there, the date is there, and everything. So those things helps you to, overcome crisis and just have a way of doing things easily. Okay, I hope the link has been shared now, please. And let me have my phone back. Thank you. All right, so we're talking about selling techniques. Most of the times, African people, many people here in the part of this world, feels that it is just about selling, 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 or buying, like you say. But one thing we forget to know is that this selling has so many subjects under it. The act of selling has so many other things people do before they arrive at that point called sales. So it is beyond selling. Now, what most of us define as selling is I bring a particular goods to you, like this mic, and I say, please, man, can you buy this mic? How much is it? 2,000. Can you sell for 1,500? I take. That's what many of us understand as selling. Okay, but selling is beyond that. There are so many things you will learn about selling that will make you understand that when somebody says no to you, it's not no. When somebody says I'm not ready yet, it is not. It doesn't mean they will not buy again. So you will not really be disappointed with the process. Exactly. Because you understand what's going on. Because most people, once somebody tells them I'm not interested, they feel it's gone. So many people are not energized or motivated to keep selling because they don't understand some techniques in selling. Some selling are long-term sales. Some of them are immediately sales, like short terms. So if you understand this, they will enable you to know how to plan yourself and how to understand people. These days now, I tell my boys and I tell my people that I don't feel bad when a client chats me up for a particular event or something in the media, we don't end to close the deal. I don't feel bad. One thing I try to do is to maintain my value. Once I maintain my value, next time they'll come back to me. I just maintain my value. Okay, sir, no, I'm so sorry, sir. I wish I could do this job for you, but I can't take that particular amount for you from you for this job. Maybe next time we'll work together. So I just try to maintain my own value. Most people will be like, okay, this guy has value. So let me see, go back to him next time. They will not give me that job at that particular time, but next time is coming because I understand this thing called selling techniques. So let's proceed. Let me explain some of these things to us. Now, this is what we're talking about today. This selling techniques every salesman should know. Every salesman and saleswoman should know about these techniques. They will help you in dealing with people. Listen, so many people we are marketing to are psychologists. So many buyers. As far as you are a man, you're a wealthy woman, you have money, you want to invest in something. Many of those people are not lazy people. Many of those people are not careless people. They are people that read every of your move and every of your action. I'm telling you, they read everything you do. They read the way you approach them. They read the way you come to them. They read the way you meet them for something. Very, very important. That is why if you understand these things, you discover that the act of buying and selling happens in the mind. The art of negotiations happens mostly in the mind. When you approach people for a particular business plans and business deals, even when they're saying, okay, I'm listening to you, they are reading your body language. They're reading so many things about you. So many things are going on their mind. The way you're dressed, the way you came into the office, the way you fill the form. Many of them are even observing you from the CCTV. So most of these things are battles of the mind. That is why if you understand these things, they will help you in positioning yourself, holding yourself together just to make sure you're not off balance in all these things. Let's proceed. Now, look at this. Number one selling technique every seller or every marketer, even in real estate, should know is what we call cross-selling. I said that I don't want to spend much time today. Please, Mr. Bright, if you can hear me, I still need to confirm if people have my link now. Many people are asking me for these links for me to post it to them. So please, let me just post it on my WhatsApp status so they can see it. I need to keep them updated. I've told them so many times about this. Sometimes I'll forget. I'll be teaching and they'll be asking me, what about the link? What about the link? So I don't want them to forget about this one today. So one of the number one is called cross-selling. Now today, I'm not going to be doing too much of reading. I'll be explaining this thing. Now, cross-selling is the act of selling complementary. You see, in every business you do in life, you should understand this aspect of cross-selling. If you are selling bread, add butter to it. That's cross-selling. This is what makes many people wealthy. Now, like I said, my teaching today is beyond real estate teaching. Yes, it's good to have focus, it's good to have vision. But one thing I tell people every time is just make sure whatever you are doing is what you can do. Like what you have the capacity to do. If it involves employing staff, employ them. Just like me now, as small as I am, or as big as I am, I have staff I've employed to work for me. I have people who edit my videos. I have people who work for me in the studio. I can do all those things, but because I know that if I do all those things, I want to keep myself on time. I want to die early. So I employ people to do it for me. I'll do the ones I can do. So I'm talking about the art of cross-selling. If you are selling bread, you have a bakery, and you know that people always ask for butter. So that means they buy from you and they go to the next store to buy butter. The art of cross-selling tells you start selling butter. So if you make 10 naira from bread, you make 5 naira from butter. You will get wealthy fast. Cross-selling. Somebody can come to you and say, okay, that is why, you see, CPLAT is applying the principle of cross-selling. Okay, we are selling lands, at the same time, we are selling buildings. So when a client comes to buy land from us and they buy a landed property, at the same time, we are telling them, oh, in case you want to build, CPLAT Profile Limited has engineers, we have architects, we have builders that can build for you. So that's cross-selling. So the client is done buying land and they feel, oh, that's the end of the day. No, we're telling them, no, that's not the end. We can continue our relationship. We can continue our business. So beyond you buying land from us, we can also sell buildings to you. If you want, you can give us the buildings we'll sell for you. I don't post it. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. So I hope you guys are connected to me right now. Many people want to connect with me. So that's the art of cross-selling. Okay. So it is beyond just buy. No. It's beyond that. Sorry, give me 1 minute. I've been failing some of my realtors who are always asking me, please, I need the link, I need the link. I need to share the link right now. Now you see, one people that makes this cross-selling principle a part of their life are Igbo people. Igbo man sells everything. Everything. They understand the principle of cross-selling. Most Igbo men will prefer to be the one to go the message for you to buy for someone else. They don't have the product, but they go and buy it for you. They're trying to maintain that relationship of cross-selling. That's so powerful. Exactly. Cross-selling. But don't go to the one that will put you in trouble. Who is the one calling me? This number looks familiar. I don't know who is calling me. Please, I'm in a class. Sorry, I will talk later. I'm in a class right now. Please, let me call you back. So, that's the art of cross-selling. Learn to put something else to add to the business you are doing to make more money. As fast as you're able to do it, to make more money. Cross-selling. So these things, even in real estate, most clients or prospects that will be coming to you are people who base abroad. They don't even have strength for anything. So these people are people you can actually help. Beyond selling the land to them, you can tell them, okay, in case you want to build, our company still builds for people. So remember, if you sell land to them, company pays you commission. And apply the principle of cross-selling, and you are convincing them to buy building. Companies also pay you commission for the building. So that's art of cross-selling. So it is beyond somebody who just went and sold land and went his way. So if you know cross-selling, it will help you to attach something else. Attach something else. Somebody is coming to your store to buy, how do I put it? Let's say to buy flour they want to use to bake. And you are also selling other baking accessories like the whole oven stuff and pot. That's cross-selling. Don't just depend on particular source of income. Have other things you are doing. So cross-selling principle will help you know that, okay, now do you know that most people might not buy from you because of, okay, let's say price difference in a particular product. Or they might feel, just like even in my own personal development, I did this thing called cross-selling so much. Okay, there's so many things I can do for you as a photographer. I can snap, I can do video, I can fly drone, I can edit. So even when you are saying, I have a brother that's doing this one for me, there will still be one I can do for you that brother cannot do. Because I'm applying cross-selling. Very, very important. So let's move on. Now, in this case, a sales rep identifies a need the customer has and fulfills that need by recommending an additional product. Look at the word, additional product. Additional product. Most products cannot do without each other. Most cannot do. If you're someone that sells building materials and you are selling sand, you can add cement to it because you cannot use only sand to build. You need cement. So this is what Dangote is doing in Africa. That man is applying the principle of cross-selling. That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. He has cement, he has other products, he has salt, he has sugar. You're just making sure, okay, if you don't want to buy my salt, you buy my sugar. You don't want to buy this one, you buy cement. Cross-selling. Additional products, cross-selling. He has butter, he has spaghetti, all those things, he has noodles. Now, you can make extra money from your prospects by cross-selling to them. So the art is called cross-selling to them. So let me not go forward. I've explained all these examples I have here. Now, like look at the examples they're given. Somebody wants to buy a red clutch purse to complete the nice shoe. For people that deals with fashion, somebody might be buying a shoe, a red shoe, and telling them, this purse will fit this shoe you are buying. So it helps you to cross-sell to them and make more money. Not just depending on, because remember that's why you see some boutiques, they organize something, this are model, they're artificial model, they wear a shoe, they wear a jeans, they wear a t-shirt, they wear a cap. So if you want to buy it, you already imagine the full outfit on your body. You're like, I can't just buy the cap alone, let me buy the full stuff. And remember, they are also making profit from each of those products. Very, very important. Cross-selling. Let's move forward. I don't want to waste time today. Now, the number 2 selling techniques you need to know as a realtor is called loss leader. Loss leader. Loss leader refers to a product or services sold at a lesser price, either at a break, even price, or at a loss for the purpose of attracting customers into the store. Most times, the loss on the loss leader is regained on the customer's next purchase. Listen, there are potential people you will see that you need to sell hands to, that one of the things you need to do for them, just say, don't worry, sir. You call the company and say, company, from my commission, remove 5% for this man. Let me just sell for him. Let me just have a little money. Or even have, let be as though I did not make any profit from this business. Because you are considering this customer's next purchase. I always use my personal life, for instance, and practical stuff. Okay, so now, most of the times when people walk into my studio or to my services for me to give them a service, and when I discover that they are having challenge with the price, the money involved, I'll be like, okay, how much is your budget? Now, most times I try to cut it so low. Now, you might be thinking this guy just considering this woman, considering this man, or just want to make the sales. No, that's not what I'm doing. One thing I'm trying to do is to make them come into my value. Now, when they come into my value and I give them a good value, I give them a good service, they want to come back. And then when they are coming back, I'll be reminding them, that time I was just giving you a bonus. That time I was just doing a promo for you, but now you pay me the real price. Now listen, one thing about people is people go for what is good no matter the price, as far as it's good. Now, if the person loved my services the last time, they will not pay me more to give them for the next purchase. You can apply this principle. Now, when a client is buying from you, is buying property from you, and all the whole process, there was no stress, there was no problem, there was no issue on ground, there was no kata wahala. You settle the whole stuff with them with ease. Now, remember, you still give them the lesser price. You might even be having a loss in that business. Remember, the next time they want to make a purchase, or the next time they want to recommend somebody to you, you are giving them the exact price at that point. Because you apply this principle of loss leader. So this is something we do with these things on our. The person might feel, this one wants to sell for me. No, you are applying a principle. It's called loss leader. I've done a job for somebody who paid me about 130K. Then, very small money. To me, it was like a big loss. But I was like, okay, let me just do this job. Let me just get this client into my system. Because he's a big man, he's a wealthy man, but he refused to pay me at that point. Now, I could remember the next job I did for him, he paid me 350K. So compare the difference. That same job, 130 and 350. It's called loss leader. But don't do this thing to people who doesn't have future, who doesn't have potentials. They'll waste your money for you. Do it to people who are reasonable, people who have value, people who have something, the people that when they come into your business, they will help you make more money. So these are people you give that first step. Okay, now look at this. Now, the 3 idea is for customers go into the store to buy other items that are priced to make a profit. Now, for instance, as a shop owner, I can place the picture of a very nice wig at my storefront and attach a low price to it just to attract customers. People do this. They just put low price of something just to attract customers. It's called loss leader. I saw a particular company did an advert, and they said, look at the way they okay, I'll talk about that in my next slide. Let me show you my other topics. Now, I have someone said, don't reduce the price of your product. Just make customers buy. Now, but that's not true, because do you know that a single purchase from a customer can graduate to a repeated purchase? A customer can come to you and is buying a product that is worth 200. They're giving it to the customer because of loss leader for 180, even your own cost price. No, that singular act or bonus can make that customer to continue to purchase. And when they continue to purchase, you now discover that you start selling that product and the normal rate. Very, very important principle. Now, it can be wise at times if you sell your goods at a break, even rate, or at cost price. But this must be very, very scarce in your business. If it becomes prominent, you are heading for a decline, which may finally lead to extinction. So understand this. No matter the principle you are applying, also learn how to balance things. Okay? Don't go and set the one that will affect you. Don't people have to desperate for say that they set things that affects them, that affects the business. No, make sure you keep everything balanced. Let's proceed. Now look at this one. It's called pain points. This is another selling techniques that will help you go far. Pain points. Now, what does pain point do? A prospect pain point or need is the most important thing for a sales rep to identify in the selling process. I heard Coach Park say this. Okay, we were doing marketing at trade fair. I think it was last year. And Coach Park told a woman or a man, I think somebody asked me a question at that market about people that have people are making complaints at the trade fair market. Many people have come here to market lands and they have scammed them. They paid money, did not get the land. So Coach Park was telling them, "Oh, show me the person. We are tax force. What's the name of the company? We are tax force people. We arrest them." Now, what he was trying to do was to identify those clients' pain points. Pain points. You're a router. Of course, you know so many companies. When a client is telling you, "Oh, I made a purchase of land with a particular company, and they scammed me, they refused to give me my land," ask them, "What is the name of that company? Let me help you and sue them." It's not if you are doing much. You're trying to understand what is really going on. Now, they may mention the name you know, and you try to discover and find out what is actually the problem. Now, remember, some clients are stubborn, or some clients refuse to understand. That particular company might be telling them, "Our location day is also date next year." Why they are feeling, "I need my lands now." But they may not understand that process. But you, as a router, trying to give solution to their pain points, when you now ask them, "Okay, sir, let me help you get this thing done," you start making inquiries and discover that, okay, it's actually a particular date for them to give you your product or your land. You can tell the client, "Sir, I have resolved your issue. The company will give you allocation on the 12th of May. You are saying it as though you're the one that's giving that allocation, but the company just told you will give him 12th of May. So the client start looking at you as this person is coming to solve my problem. So identifying your client's pain point will help you to even sell more to them because they'll start trusting you, they'll believe in you to do business with you. So most times, don't really focus on, let me just say, understand what have been your pain points so far. Because what happened to you when you scammed? What happened to you? Did you buy it in an expensive place or whatever? When you discover that, that will be a great advantage for you to make your own sales. Very, very important to make your own sales. I've seen people, it happens. I've seen people say, this thing happened to you because you did not buy from me. Okay, some people that sells AOC, they might tell you, "Okay, I bought a particular air condition and it refused to work. Refused to work." So they were telling the person, "If you buy from my own shop, you almost work perfectly." That's getting people's pain points. Now, this principle, like I said, this is a selling techniques, is what so many companies used to sell. That is why you see a company like, let's use Aerie now, for instance, this detergent company. Now, when they're advertising, they will tell you other detergents, what they do to your clothes. They'll tell you not wash it very, very well. But our own will wash. They are using pain points because most of us, our pain point is like, this soap I bought is not serving very, very well. So they're trying to show you your pain point. They're trying to show you a problem that's occurring, and then they'll not show you the solution. What's the solution? Their products. Even though at times, even their product is even worse than the one you are complaining about. But the principle they will be showing you is a way that they will show you that, okay, this is a problem you're having. When you try our own, we'll solve that problem for you. Using pain point techniques to sell. Very, very important aspects. So let's proceed. Now I've explained these things. This is the way to get your clients' problem and offer solutions to them. If you can identify their problem, you can render solution. So most times, focus on getting what is the problem, what is the issue. Let me give you a solution. Let me give you a solution. Okay. Now remember that different customers can have different pain points for different products. So don't confuse yourself with Mr. A and Mr. B. Mr. A problem might be the price, or Mr. B problem might be the location. Okay, the location. Sometimes many of our clients in this real estate business, their pain point is I bought this land for 5 years, it is not yet developed. So when they're telling you, I don't know why people are doing this, they tell them, sir, my own company, okay, don't worry, solve your problem now. I have a company that if you buy in less than 3 years, it's developed. They're trying to solve their problem. Because many of them will not have that strength to buy again. They already feel discouraged. So telling them, sir, okay, if your problem is 5 years, I'm giving you 2 years. I've seen people that have said 3 months will develop it. Yes, yes. I said I've saw that. Even Mr. Dixon said it to a particular client. He said, if madam, he said, if you buy from us, just give us 3 months, you start seeing fence here. And it happened. That was in Phase 1 Enugu. It happened. The woman bought. To that, give us 3 months, you will be seeing fencing in this place. Yes. But they want to feel that exactly. They want to feel that something is going on. They want to feel that something is going on. Don't you feel like something is going on? So this is why most times explain this thing to them matters. You can tell the client, see what happened there. This is so much something happened. It was developed. So the same thing will happen in this place. Give us 6 months. Give us for a land like Enugu Phase 2 now. In the next 3 months, there must be fencing going on already in that land. The one we just launched. So this is what happens in the company. Explain these things to them. Because if you ignore their pain points, means you have even ignored making another sales. You have lost the deal. Because many of them will be like, no, I can't buy again. Let me get the one I bought before. So knowing how to solve these problems will help you in making more sales. Now look at the number one. This is like the pain points principle. This is solution selling. Whatever you are doing, don't look too desperate to sell. Instead, look desperate to give solution. Don't look too desperate to do anything for anybody, like as if it's your own personal profit, your own personal sales. No, but be desperate to offer solution. Solution. Somebody is telling you, I need the land, I need the property for supermarket. No, don't just talk about you selling to the person and having your commission. Look for solution. Look for advice you're giving to that person. So our advice will buy from this particular place because buying from this place will help you do this one, do this one. You are giving them solution. Look at what he said. Rather than selling a specific product, solution selling entails the bit a customer solution can provide for the prospect. For example, a printer could create custom packages of design services, signage, and business cards to fit the buyer's need. Solution. This approach acknowledges that buyers today are more informed and allows sellers to meet prospects where they are. After all, it's likely prospects have already researched your products and have a solid understanding of the offerings that might fit their needs. Many buyers are doing research by themselves, the kind of land they want to buy, the kind of things they want to do. So having this solution selling mentality will help you meet up to their needs and what they want. Having solution, like solution selling. Solution, let me give an instance now. Somebody wants to build or somebody wants to buy. You already have lands, different types, different prices to show them. I say, okay, sir, if you want a land that is close to the main road, look at this one. You want a land that's close to the airport, is always fast developing, look at this one. You're already giving them solution. Many of them are even confused. Just like it happens most times, you go to buy a shoe, you are seeing different kinds of shoe. You are even wondering, which one will I even take now? Your problem is no longer buying. Your problem is now, okay, which one do I take? Because you have seen so many options that are solving your problem. So solution selling is one of the great principles to sell. Sell solution to people. Okay, let me guess, if a company now, let's say the normal thing that happens in the industry is allocation. They have a particular date. The company will say, and tell you they're allocating in the next 6 months. Now, some clients, that's a problem to them. Some people want instant. Let me start building now. Solution selling will help a particular company to say, no, let me leave the crowd of allocation dates and enter instant allocation. So people start saying, oh, you're giving it instantly. That's solution selling. Because there's been a problem. Okay, there's been a problem. These business ideas. Some people they have this particular problem of, okay, before you this is what the company have done, Sha. Most times if you buy a particular private property, you have to go and do documentation. So you go and apply to the government at Alausa, fill for survey, whatever, CFO. Those things are stressful, and their cost is still high. But this is what companies now do for you. They have the land, they'll give you a document once you pay. So they are giving solution selling to you. So instead of you thinking of that process of how will I go to Alausa and come back now? How will I go and apply? The company have done all that for you. Your own stuff is just pay. Listen, many clients, including me, I love solution selling and solution buying. Don't stress me. Don't stress me. If I'm meant to go to Oshodi to pick up a particular item, just tell me, sir, let me send the product from you from Oshodi and pay extra 1,000 naira for dispatch. I'll say, thank you. Send it to me. Because I don't want the stress of me going to Saleh, now cross over, now enter Danfo, do not stop me at Charity, I'll not cross over again. No, that's too stressful. So most people want that solution. If everybody is going to pick up the item, start doing delivery. Solution selling. This is what many people are doing now. You buy a food, you say, let me deliver it to your house. That's solution selling. Because many people are thinking of, how do I go to the market now? I'm so stressed. People who have this concept are telling you, madam, don't worry about coming. Let us bring the goods to your doorstep. Sometimes you are paying more, but you still prefer it because it's less stressful. Solution selling. So whatever you're doing, try to look for a way. This man now doesn't like stress. Let me look for a way and balance this thing so I won't be stressed in this process. Solution selling. Let's move forward. Now, other one, this is the second to the last. I don't want to take time in this class. It's called sound bite. This is a selling and a powerful selling principle. Now, what does sound bite do to you? I've seen people that tell you, buy 5 plots and get 1 free. That's sounding, wow. So if I buy 5, I'll get 1 free. Normally, that client will not be thinking of buying 5. But because of that privilege of, if I buy 5 now, I'll get 1 free. Let me start to see if I will buy. And look at many of them now start doing marketing, start calling their brothers. Come on, let's put money together. If you buy this thing now, they give us 1 free. All of us will not divide that 1. But remember, the idea came from the seller. It's called sound bite. Creating this one now will help you in your online marketing. Creating great content. For instance, buy and build immediately. Many people already having that problem of buy, you'll build in the next 3 years. Now, on your post, you're saying buy and build immediately. That's soundbite. That's like, wow. So I saw a particular company, they made a post. I think one of our editors made the post. And I saw buy 1 square meter for 150K. I said, wow, that's good. Now, that was sound biting. Like, I was like, wow, 150K. So now I was not thinking, okay, square meter. So now I was thinking, before I asked Ariel a question, I was already thinking, so you mean I can buy a square meter for 150K? Now that money might look too small, 150K. So I might just say, let me not buy up to half of a plot now, or let me just buy like at least 5 square meter, or at least few square meters now, as far as they can sell one. So it was now when I now asked her, how come, how much? She now said the least square meter you can buy is 1,000 square meter. So as you can see, that's the amount of money. I was like, you people should just go. But remember, I have been attracted already. Most people will not buy until they are attracted. Most buyers will never come to buy from you until there's something attracting them. Some of them, your normal price may not attract them, but promo price will attract them. And most of the times, this promo price you are seeing, you see, I've seen so many businesses, I laugh whenever I see that. They will tell you 40% discount. Not lie. That's attraction. Let me give an instance now. As far as it's not a particular product that is based on government pricing or global pricing, as far as it's a personal business or personal services, I can be selling a chair now. Let's say this normal homemade chair, or this office chair and all that. And from my supplier or manufacturer, I'm getting that chair for like 50K in naira. And then I know that I can sell this chair for up to 150K and have a profit of 100K. That's the normal price I can sell it. So I have the privilege of changing my price anytime I want to change it. So because I know that this chair, okay, the least price I can sell this chair is 100K to have my profit and to have my expenses balanced, I can come and write 40% discount. Now remember, I was still selling that chair for 150K. But when I say 40% discount, I'll not tell you, okay, if the price was 150K, but now I'm selling for 100K. You'll be thinking, wow, that's a huge amount of money. But me, I know I'm selling at the normal price. That's called sound biting. This is the technique we use to sell. You use this thing to sell to people. Buy and build. Immediate allocation. These things are sound biting. So the idea sound good to the people. And they want to buy. They want to buy. These are great quotes you can make to sell. Now, let me read this thing. The next one, which is the last one I have for today, and this is a very, very important principle, most especially if you want to sell in real estate. It's called soft selling. And this is farmers selling techniques. Now, listen, a farmer, I could remember those days we used to farm. I farmed, this farm boy you're saying, I was a great farmer. I was a great farmer. Forget this one now. I can't even imagine myself doing that now. But I farmed to the point in the village. I farmed to the point where we were going for jobs to farm for people. Those days, small boys like us, we just put hole in our bossacks and we walk in. That was our business then. Once it's time for farming, we are out. We are even doing adverts. In case you need a farmer, I'm here. So those times we'll go to farm. And then we'll farm for people. They give us food. The food is always big food, huge food. We'll eat, we'll farm again. I remember that there was the competition. We'll be like, yes. We'll be like, okay, from year to year, let's farm. From year to year, who will be the first? Pa, 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 pa. I did those things. Now, but listen, one thing I remember is that while a farmer is farming, that farmer is not thinking of the product immediately. He's not thinking of harvesting. Have you seen a farmer that went to farm and the next day is going to harvest? It's not possible. Farming is always long term. But one thing about the result is it comes in plenty. It comes huge. Huge harvest that will make you smile. That's why people say, those stressful, you even forget about the whole stress. Listen, 1 year of harvests, 1 year of results can make you forget 10 years of suffering. Yesterday I was in a particular company, I was teaching them, and a woman won huge prizes, even fridge, money for selling. Now, she was saying her success stories, and the whole thing I could grab from there was about just consistency. See the woman, very quiet woman. Just consistency. So what I'm telling people is this industry is not pure water buying and selling immediately. You have to be consistent. I tell people, the simple way to make sales is just be in the sales. Just be here. Just be in the company. Just be marketing. Just be pushing. Just let people know that you are into the business. Forget about even posting flyers every day. I don't even post much. But people just know. See, once your 200 contact list know you do real estate, forget about it. Just be there. One day, somebody will be like, hey, how far? I want to do this one. Because you are into the business. One of my pastors last week called me and said, okay, I want to send you to go and get a document for me. I told him, Pastor, I'm so busy today, even tomorrow, I'm so occupied. Let me send one of my boys. He said, no, I don't want any of your boys. I want you because you know about real estate. The man will give you the survey plan. I said, hey, so you know about these things? Why? They have been seeing me. So they're like, no, that person is fit for this job, if not for you. Go and do the assignment for me because you're into the game. So this is why it's about consistency. A farmer is not talking about let me plant corn now and invest immediately. No, it's thinking about the future. It's always long term. Same thing in this business. Sometimes you have to operate like a farmer. Some people you are giving business advice on real estate. It's like you are planting a seed. You're waiting for the harvest in the next 6 months. I'm telling you, you see a new business owner now, just open a boutique, just open a business, and he's your friend, somebody you can talk to. I'm not tell the person, see, sir, I want to advise you for this business now. I want you to calculate your first profit in a year. The best place to save that profit is in land. Now remember, you went there as a farmer. Because other people will be like, come and buy. You think somebody that doesn't have money to come and buy now. But no, what you are doing is to plant a seed by giving them advice. Say, sir, if you want to save your business now, start investing in land. Because in land now, your money cannot go down. Remember, you are importing from abroad. That means you are paying with dollar. And dollar, every time dollar is going down, dollar is going high. But if you can put your money in land now, that means it will help you save money. Your value will not go down. So you'll just be saving money. You can even sell the land later and still have more profit. You're giving business ideas. You're giving the person ideas. Now, remember, in the next 1 year, when that person now makes money, as far as you are still in the game, you are still in touch, they will remember you. Come, how do we do this now? Remember, you're not selling now. This is one thing about a farmer. Most times you go to a farm, once rain start falling, let's say February, March, we are expecting harvest by September, November, not by that time. So imagine how many moves. The farmer is patient. So in this industry, if you want to make it, you have to be patient. Listen, the kind of sales I'll be making very soon in this industry will be massive. The MM now is a normal thing. We say in church, amen, amen, amen. It's not only by, even if I don't say amen, it will come to pass. You know why? I've killed in some principles. I'm telling you. Because many of my friends now, tomorrow now, one might hit 5 million, 10 million. They're doing, let me invest. Who do they call? I am the one on the list. Why? I have been consistent. Coach Park said something yesterday while he was teaching, and he said, how can you just say, okay, let's say you're about to make sales now in 3 weeks' time. And because you went to marketing the first week and you became the square and said, I'm not going again, this is what I did not work. Why your client was about to call you the next week? Like, I don't care, it's not working. Let me just go my way. And they are calling you, not available. That's how to make business. So you must have this soft selling. Now, in my next class, I'll be teaching about the other part. I still have like remaining of these techniques. There's one called hard selling. That one is you must buy them now. There's a way to go about that one. But most of the times, that one does not yield much profit. You might just be little. Okay, let me give you a discount. Just buy because you want to sell. And hard selling is what most companies used to do. It's what we call turnover. It's called hard selling. Instead of me to be wasting time, let me just do turnover. Just give me small money. Let me just sell the product to you and buy another one. People call it turnover. So it's called hard selling. But soft selling is very, very important. Now look at what is soft selling. Let me explain this to you now. Soft selling is a promotional or person-to-person sales techniques that is indirect. It focuses more on building a reputation, a relationship with customers. Most people you need in life, what you need for them is just to build a relationship with them. They are business people. Just have this reputation. Build with them. If there's anything real estate has taught me, it is the art of soft selling. The result might not be instant, but we eventually pay. I am telling you, we eventually pay. Let me give an instance now. That is why I tell people in real estate realtors, look for cross-selling in the industry. Let me tell you what I mean. Okay, I am doing marketing now. And if I sell a land, they will pay me commission. That's benefiting. Fine. But what will you now do to sustain yourself before they pay you commission? One of them in this industry is called realtors recruitment. as downlines. Okay, if I am marketing, I'm not making sales yet. One thing I need to do that will keep me in the game is called cross-selling in the industry, which is called recruiting realtors. Most companies that pay most companies that you have to pay to register. That means if you recruit somebody, they will still pay you a commission from that person's registration money. Many companies does that. That means you are earning money from recruiting somebody. Now, for companies that are free to register, those ones will still pay you commission if the person makes sales. So don't just depend on me marketing alone. Have downlines because your downline might make a sale and you are being paid. You are still sustaining yourself in the industry. So this thing helps you a lot. Do cross-selling. That's why I tell people, don't just focus on being a retailer. You can have other business you are doing to sustain yourself. Let me give you an instance now. The money you might spend in 3 months in this industry, I mean, okay, to go out to go for transport and market, to buy food or to sustain yourself, to look good, to go out, might be 200K in 3 months. I mean, the whole money you will spend now. Let me say, okay, I have money I'm spending for expenses to come to seminars. I have money I'm spending to go and meet clients, to go and do marketing. It might be just 200K you are spending. But now, in 3 months' time, you sell a particular property and your commission is like 800K. How much profit are you having? It's not 600K. That's a huge amount of money and profit. So most times, this whole stuff is just by planning. Don't just say, I must make this side this month. You'll be discouraged. I'm not doing it again. But remember, because you're in the game for 3 months, you're making a sale that will not cover up all your stress. That's one thing about this industry. You can be stressing yourself for years, not making any sales because you're still starting. But once you just start, once you break that barrier of not making sense and start making sense, it continues. Because even that your client will still want to buy again, and it's you, as far as you are giving a good services. So know this principle of soft selling to people. So in your personal business, in real estate, grab all these principles. Let me recap again before I finish. Grab all these principles. These are very, very important principles to apply in your business, to apply in your real estate endeavors to make sense. Talk about cross-selling. Very, very powerful principle, cross-selling. Look for something additional to add to somebody to buy. If you are selling rice, add beans to it. It's cross-selling. As a matter of fact, now, personally, if I go to a restaurant or if I go to a fast food to eat and you don't have plantain, you're not doing well. Because I want to eat plantain, no matter how small. That's cross-selling. So imagine me now coming to buy rice from you. I'm going to the next restaurant to buy plantain. Why don't you make that small money from the plantain? So apply additional products that you can add to make more money. If you can add to have more value. Somebody hears my have you not seen people that say, I never knew you sell fish. Oh, I went there to sell fish. I was just coming here to buy meat. So by the time they say you are selling meat and you are selling fish, next time they buy boats from you. You're still making money from the same place. So that's cross-selling. Next one I talked about lost leader. About sometimes give a discount. Sometimes just collect your cost price to maintain a relationship, to have a contact. I give an instance. Most times, most people that come to me for the first time, when I discover that they are struggling with the price, I'll be like, okay, don't worry, let me do it for you that way. I'm trying to just give you that principle. Just take. Next time, you discover my value and come back. Just like your neighbor that came to my church member that had church education. That's stuff I just did it for him. Just take. You are my person. Just free. Just give me small money. Now he's planning to come and do his 1-year-old baby birthday shoot in my studio. He'll pay the normal price. But because I've shown them, this is my service. Don't worry, take it at the cost price. Then you don't have any profit now. By the time you now discover that this guy is good, this one is fine, your product is fine, they will come back again. Then still give them that main normal price. Then you now have your profit. So this is how to do it. Lost leader. Then I talked about next one is pain points. Talk about pain points. And also talk about pain points about understanding your client's pain points. What is their pain? What is their loss in this industry? What is making them to regret? If you can find a solution, you are good to go. I talk about solution selling. Give solution to people. Don't just sell problem. Sell solution to people, no problem. I talk about sound bites. Make something interesting. Give a caption that is mouth watering. Something very, you see MTN, they know how to do that thing very, very well. Buy 200 airtime and get 1 gig free. It's mouth watering. It's not when you enter the game, you discover that it's not even up to 1 gig. Even the 1 gig they'll give you finish in 2 minutes. But they have attracted you first. So that's soundbite. And then next one talk about was soft selling. That's farmers selling techniques. If you apply these 6 techniques in your personal business, in your personal services, you do it. You can say, I don't have anybody to sell to. It's not only about selling to anybody, even your personal service. Let's say you do a cleaning work for somebody, and they're like, "How much is your service?" You're telling them it's 50K. Oh, that's too much. I can't pay that amount. Oh, no. That was no. My budget is 15K. And you're like, okay, sir. Then just give me 20K. Let me do it for you. Now you came there, do the job perfectly like it was 100K. Perfectly. Remember, they will need you again one day. You're telling them, no, sir, I can't take for that amount. That thing I did for you was just to show you how I work. Now it's 45K. You pay me last. Listen. I'm telling you from experience. As far as you did your job well, they will give you that job. Even if they don't give you that job at that point, let's say they caught somebody else. Now remember, if they truly caught somebody else at the lower rate, and remember that same lower rate was what you gave to that person that time, and they caught somebody else, they will not compare that person's job and yours. Now, if you did that job as if it was 100K, and the other person they called was coming to do as if it was just normal 15K, you'll be like, no, this person was still better. Then I will call for the next one. This is how to maintain customers with your normal price, because you are giving something valuable. Thank you. Do you have any question? I'm done. Number 4. Okay, let's go to number 4. Number 4 talked about solution selling. Yes. So, yes, sir. Okay.
I will want to say something about soft selling or farmer selling.
Okay.
Then my area actually is going to cross selling.
Okay.
Now, I just want to compliment you on what you have said on soft selling and farmer selling. Okay. I think soft selling or farmer selling one of the most effective means of the marketing.
Sure.
In the sense that a farmer does not just cut down a bush, cut down a piece of bush. He prepares it for planting, and after planting, he doesn't leave it like that. He goes ahead, nurture it, weed it throughout the year. You see, by the time harvest comes, you now begin to harvest.
Exactly.
Now, some of us in selling, immediately we make a sale. We seem to think that selling has ended.
Exactly.
If the person to whom you have sold something calls you now, say, that money will have accept much, you know. But what we don't know is that if you attend to that person, just like you said there's going to be massive harvest.
Yes.
The referrals that man could give you will now bring in a lot of sales.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that is what I want.
Very good. Thank you so much. It happens because a farmer does not just go there and plant and leave it. You have to come back to that one. That was one of the most difficult one. I hate that one. Hey, I hate that one. Weeding. Very stressful. Very stressful weeding things. But these things are good to maintain a relationship. Remember, if you plant a cassava now and you don't go back to weed the weeds off, that cassava will not function very well as it ought to. You will not be massive harvest. So remember, exactly, they'll be struggling with the weed. So remember, whenever you are having a client, even after the sales, after everything, maintaining a relationship will help you sell more. Will make them, because they'll start seeing you beyond a customer, a client, to a friend. This person is helping me. This person is giving me advice. So you always be fresh in their memory to recommend. I'm telling you to recommend. So okay, look at something happened. You see, I've discovered that life most times is more about relationships. makes things easy. I'm trying to cultivate that in my life. I don't really have much of that. What I have mostly in my life is my own hard work I'm doing. So what people now does to me, people now connect to me for relationship. So the only time I even remember I have people is when people must have remembered me. Like people must have been like, okay, please help me with this. So I'll not be like, okay, that means if I help this person can also help me. So then I'm gonna ask the person. I don't always go for I don't always go first to ask the person for help or relationship. That's one thing about me. I'm trying to work on that too. But most people maintain this in core relationships. Let me give you an instance now. I have a friend of mine, very, very supportive. Very, very supportive. Very, very friendly. If it comes to money, he will support me. Say, I take. Even if it's 5K, even if it's 500, take. Very, very supportive person. Do you know the way that guy has helped me? Even when people look at me like big ball, people look at you have made it already. So him, if I tell him now, I don't have transport, he will give me money. Say, I'll take. Supportive. Even in my personal program in church, very, very supportive. I opened the studio, he gave me 10K. I said, use an ad to buy some things you need. I was like, wow. Now, do you know on my head already, I'm already calculating and said, this guy, I don't know how to pay you, but I'm waiting for you somewhere. Just have something to do with me that you need my services. I'm talking to you now. I don't mind collecting 50% of the cost price to cover his wedding. Why? Relationship. Now, all the money he must have given me may not be equal to what I'm going to give to him. So, but as far as those help were so important to me, those support, me paying back my coming tenfold. These are how these things are. It might look stressful. Oh, this one is disturbing me. Every time asking me, you don't even want to buy from me. But just maintain those things. Because when the result will start coming, it comes with good harvest. Good harvest. So, exactly.
I want clarity.
Okay.
Okay, process.
Okay.
Now, when we were studying elementary economics, we learned that there is something called specialization.
Yes.
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 And that when you specialize, you do well and better
Exactly.
in that area of specialization.
Yes.
Now, we are talking about selling this, selling that.
Uh-huh.
Does it cut across all professions, or it only cuts across in a profession where you
Yes,
have the product complementing each other?
No.
For instance,
Uh-huh.
while you are selling land, you can
Okay.
equally sell building,
Yes.
you can sell nails,
Yes.
you can sell cement, you can even sell wood because they complement.
Yes.
Can you be a realtor and also be a classroom teacher?
No. The answer is yes. The answer is yes. Now, let me say this. Remember when I was saying that, I was talking about, I said, remember your capacity. Don't go on, like me, I can come and tell you, I do 30 things. No. One question you ask me is, will you be able to meet up with all those 30 things? The company wanted to give me a contract. And the man looked at me and said, sometimes I know you are very, very busy. So I know you. Every time you are flying, you're going to this one, you're going to Enugu. He said, will you be able to meet up? I say, yes, sir, I will meet up. See, because I've already placed systems. I've mapped out things that will make me meet up. I have people who are helping me. So I tell him, yes, I'll meet up. And I'm meeting up. Now, you have to check your capacity. Some people will tell you, no, I don't sell tomato because I can't handle the stress. That's personal for them. They will not sell it. So it must not really be, and let me tell you, in this country, is no way to talk about socialization. Hunger will finish you. This country is not where I talk about area of socialization. It's not where I talk about, this is my area of specialty. This is where no. Hunger will drive you out. You know the popular word that says a jack of all trade, master of none. But now you have changed to a jack of all trade, master of none. But it said it's still better than the master of one. The complete sentence says a jack of all trade and a master of none, but yet better than a master of one. So you can have one that you are 100% specializing. I'm very good here. And then you have a second one, you might be 80 or 70 in that one. You have another one, you might be 60 or 40 in that one. You are better than the man who has only 100% of one. Exactly. You are still better. Because some demands coming for you does not require 100% of that particular product or services. I'm talking about services more now. It might require just 80% or 70%. And because you know it, you are better because you can do it at least 70% your client is looking for, even cheaper. So a jack of all trade, master of none, is still better than a master of one. That's a complete sentence. So in this country, it's not what you say, my area of specialty is just selling properties. Hunger will drive you out because you have to have multiple sources of income. But one of the best ways to make it simple for you is to have the ones that complement each other, bread and butter. It's complementing. So it's complementing each other. It won't really give you too much stress. But as far as you still have the capacity to leave bread and butter and enter selling sand, go. As far as you can maintain the boat. That's what you ask yourself. Because the problem most people have is because they want to have more profits, because they want to venture, they're not able to meet up. So let me give an instance now. You are selling bread and butter, and you want to be selling sand. Now, remember, bread and butter was the first one giving you the money. Now, you don't even go and open your shop or sweep your shop again. You're rushing to sand. Somebody is coming to buy bread, they cannot see you. So that's not it. But if you can have bread and butter, employ somebody there and rush to sand, leave sand, give somebody there, rush to bread and butter, you'll be making money from here and here. So that's what it calls having that cross-selling. That's what I'm telling you about having the capacity. Because like me now, even me, I'm talking to you now. So I do so many things. But at the same time, I don't do everything. I'm telling you. There are things that will come. I'll be like, no, this is not my side. I will not keep myself last. I won't be able to meet up. I don't know if I know my colleague, Albert, the tall guy. There's some area of editing video he specializes on. Very good in that area. I don't know it. He has been telling me, come, let me teach you. I tell him, sir, I cannot handle that one. Because I know what I'm doing already is too much. Let me not go and enter that one. So that will make me, I won't be delivering again. Most times, some jobs will come. I'll give my clients the normal price. You know why? I don't want to give you cheap price and not deliver. So if you're not giving me the job, bye-bye. So as far as you can meet up, that's what I see. As far as you have that capacity, some pastors are bank managers, still busy with the bank, but are still meeting up with the pastoring work. Why some cannot do the both of them? They'll tell you, no, let me just be only a pastor, leave bank. I don't want to stress myself in that area. So everything is about capacity. Capacity. So you can even be a teacher and still be a router. Most of your students' father can buy land from you. It's about crossing. Yes.
Our parents didn't see what you are seeing now.
Exactly.
Yes, my mother is a lecturer. She find it very difficult to do business. Yeah. For me and all my brothers, some of them also is working. We are all business in front. At first, she didn't understand it, but now she's thanking God that none of us even went to go and look for job.
Very true.
So our parents, it's very hard, but the world have changed.
And even that time, even the word was simple a little bit.
Yes.
Because if you say a lecturer, you'll be a lecturer.
Yeah. And the money
But now it's not like that too. Now you have to look for other things to complement other things. So, but what really matters is that's what I talk about. I tell people about building structures, like building skills. You know, there are things you might be free now. Let's say you discover that every Thursday or every Saturday you're always free. Maybe you're not going to shop or office. If you can take like 3 hours or 2 hours that day that you are free to learn something, you discover that no knowledge is waste. That thing can benefit you in the next future. So these things matters. I have so many things I've learned. Many things. I've learned Forex, I've learned crypto, I've learned many things, but I'm not doing all of them. You know why? I've taken check and said, this one, I won't be able to cope up with you. Let me just leave you and focus on this ones. But there are people that are still doing all of them. So it's about knowing your capacity and building more capacity. That's what will help you. Thank you. But that concept of cross-selling is one of the ways to build wealth. You can imagine Dangote. These are two different areas. How can you be selling sugar and be selling cement? These are two different areas. But because you know that money can come from sugar, money can come from cement. Oh. So if you don't buy sugar today, okay, if you don't buy cement today because you don't have money for us, at least you buy sugar for Gary. So Dangote is selling both to the rich and to the poor. Oh, you want to build a house? I have cement. Come and buy. Ah, God, you people are big men. I don't do business with these people. Leave me alone. I don't have money to buy cement. I don't want to build a house. Let me go and drink my Gary. You still buy sugar for me. If you have this concept, you make more money. So apply cross selling. Apply cross selling. Let it be that people, whatever people are doing, that makes them go outside. As far as you can do it. I have a particular member of our church. The company is One Source Supermarket. I think it's in Ireland, Lakey or something. One Source. People, people are even yabbing her that the only thing remaining for us is just to put stove and water. We have cooked everything. You want to cook soup. A particular section, you will see everything in both ugu in supermarkets, both ugu, kazi, gusi, you see it there. So instead of me looking for, I'll go to Saturday and buy meat. I'll go to today tomorrow and buy Morocco. I'll go once you enter one particular store, you have everything there. That's stress free. You make more money. You still give people solutions, stress free. Stress free. So thank you for your time today. Thank you very much for your time. See you this time in this same channel, Cipla TV, next week. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us online. And then see you when I see you. Thank you.